Hello, Morning Rusher regulars. This is Jonathon Rush. There's Kelly Nash. So today is Wednesday. We're talking about tomorrow's show today. Tomorrow, in the first hour, lightning strikes quick.
It does?
Yeah, listen what we got to give away. 2 tickets to Alan Jackson. Plus,
You're going to be qualified for the VIP experience. Now, you're going to get the tickets like Jonathon says, but you're going to be in the lower part of the Colonial Life Arena when he comes to town. When is it? January 12th?
11th.
January 11th. And like I said, the VIP experience. We kind of talked a lot about that a few weeks ago when we were doing an Alan Jackson contest then. That's unbelievable, all the stuff you get with it. You get the autographed Alan Jackson Stetson hat. You get the Alan Jackson bar stool. You get to hang out with all the opening acts and other musicians who won't even be on stage that night that Alan just parties with. You'll be partying backstage at, what do they call it? AJ's Bar and Grill.
Bar
Yeah.
and Grill, you're right. Got the jukebox.
Don't rock it.
Don't rock it. So anyway, if you'd like to win that, that's going to be at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Then, I often scoff at the science Kelly brings to the table because he gets it on the internet. You know how much of the internet I believe? Nothing. So, but if this is true, then this is a game changer for neighborhoods, for businesses.
It could be.
Game changer.
It could be, if people want it. That's the question. Do you want it? In Uganda, in a town called Kampala, they have 0.0 cases of malaria. Now, thousands of people have died around this town, but not in the town. And researchers went to find out what's so different about this one town. And one of the people they interviewed was a guy named James Yowari, who's a barber, who said the reason we don't get malaria is we don't have mosquitoes. And the reason we don't have mosquitoes is we got Mosquito Joe. No, they don't use the Mosquito Joe that I endorsed for all these years. They use a guy named Joe Rawaramana. Mm-hmm. And as the barber, James says, Joe is known all over the town as the man who can kill mosquitoes with his farts.
Now,
his
wait a
words,
minute.
not mine.
Wait a minute. You may be thinking, Dad, that's crap. That's not crap. That's really a poo. It's what we're talking about. But you said, now something, that maybe 1 or 2 mosquitoes might have died, but no, tell them about the radius of this man's power.
Initial research reports indicate that Joe's flatulence will kill mosquitoes and all insects, basically.
Houseflies, all insects.
Within a 6-mile radius of the bomb zone, as it were. Wherever ground zero is,
think about it, you won't have
3
any
miles in
mosquitoes.
that direction, 3 miles in this direction.
Right.
Everything's dead.
You won't have any mosquitoes. You won't have any houseflies. Now, the downside is you won't have any butterflies. They all died. This probably affects small birds.
I was going to say, the birds have to move. But they're trying to figure out a way to bottle this stuff.
Of course.
They want to recreate it in a lab, Joe's Flatulence. Maybe that'll be the name of the product. Buy Joe's Flatulence. And then maybe sell it to individuals or, like you said, possibly a town. Would you want this, though? I mean, according to the people who have smelt it, it's no worse than a regular toot.
But you do smell it.
Yeah, it's just like
It's
anybody
going
else.
to Georgetown for the weekend.
And Joe says he eats the same stuff that everybody else eats. It's no different. It's not like he's eating anything special or different. He eats what you eat, but when it gets in his body, it comes out as a deadly gas.
The way he metabolizes it kills flying insects.
So if they can figure this out, they're going to start trying to sell it. In all honesty, I don't think people want it. They'd rather be bitten by a mosquito than have to smell Joe's toots.
What do you say?
Get into that tomorrow morning.
That's ponderous right there. Do I want to smell a fart all day?
Yeah, that's the good news, bad news story today, right?
No
We got good
mosquito
news.
bites.
You'll never have a mosquito bite again. The bad news is you're going to smell like a fart for the rest of your life.
I can't wait to talk to Sally about this today. She complained, and I noticed a massive decrease in houseflies this past summer. Did you notice that? About the middle of the summer, we had a fly in the house, and Sally hates houseflies. She hates them. But with as many times as we open the door at my house, all kind of stuff comes out. I'll leave those people out of the story. But I did notice a decreased number of houseflies, but they are a nuisance. Mosquitoes are even worse. I can't wait to ask her if she would sign up for this.
Got a couple of other stories to get to, including a woman caught on video The lady who owns the home went out to, I guess, walk her dog or something. She was out in the morning, and
Okay.
she looked on her front lawn,
Yeah.
and there was a massive pile that no one had scooped. And she said, "Who would have done this? Let their massive dog take a thing like that on my lawn and
Right.
leave it?" So she went in and checked the security footage on her Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
She was shocked. Yeah, I guess
Shocked.
she was. When she found out that the person who did it was in fact a female woman. A human being did
A
it.
female woman.
And about, yeah,
Not
well,
a
I was gonna
male
say-
woman.
No, I was, well, when I said a female, that could have been a dog. The person who did it,
Could have been.
there was no dog involved. It was a woman who was maybe, we don't know,
Okay.
maybe a what we call a porch pirate in the industry. She's with her friend driving around at 5:30 in the morning, 5:29 exactly, according to the security footage, and her car is loaded up with all of these boxes, so many so that for some reason they were decided to pull over and adjust the boxes inside the car. And as
Okay.
they're adjusting all these boxes inside the car,
Yeah.
she just drops her trowel and lets one fly. The police have blurred out the offensive part of the footage. But
So it's kind of like watching an Izzo concert with a payoff.
or going to a basketball
A basketball game
So,
where she
yes.
does her twerking.
Yes, and no pants on.
Gotcha.
This woman's in a lot better shape than Lizzo. If that'll help entice you to look at the video, I don't know. Tumbleweed's all ready to look at it. I can tell you that.
I think the bigger the better. The boys. I can tell you, she's entertainer of the year.
So maybe interesting things you've caught on your Ring doorbell or security cam footage through the years, things you've seen that you didn't expect to see. I told you about the time we caught my neighbor's wife cheating on him on the
Yeah.
security cameras. Very odd, very uncomfortable for me.
Hey, by the way, I just found out today talking to Sheriff Leon Live for our sister station 560 WVOC. If you have a Ring doorbell, I've been real lazy. I haven't put one up, and I'm doing it this afternoon. Especially now, since I know you can actually link that up. If you live in Lexington County, I'm sure the same's true. Called Sheriff Kuhn and ask him. That you can link that up to the sheriff's department if you want to be able to have access to your Ring doorbell camera, because those things are surprisingly good. The captured images.
Yeah,
Kelly, how far was that driveway from your front door?
several hundred, maybe. I'm gonna guess roughly 300 to 400 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did a promotional video for Richland County Sheriff's Department maybe 6 months ago, and that was the first I heard about it.
Yeah.
That they could do this thing. And there was some, if you want to go to their Facebook page and find that video, I don't
There
know
you
how
go.
you find it, but there
Yeah.
were some other interesting things that the sheriff was showing us on how to secure your home. And by the way, the Sheriff's Department will come to your home for free and do a security check of your home if you'd like to walk through that with them, and they'll show you maybe you got bushes too high or too low, whatever you can do to make your home more secure during the holiday season. We also have Brad Pitt discussing his lack of love life. He's saying that he's been linked now to 3 different women, and he says he has not been on a date in 3 years.
Well, every picture I see of him looks like he's unkept. No shower, no shave, nasty smelling. Probably didn't have any mosquitoes flying around him. I think he's just. I think that's his problem.
I don't believe that Brad Pitt couldn't secure a date if he in fact wanted one. You don't think that Brad Pitt could ask out just about anybody and get if
guess.
she's single? They don't care what he smells like. He's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he could be like Linus. He could have a dust cloud around him.
That's right.
And women would still suck up to that nasty face and lick that beard, but yesterday's lunch still stuck to it. He looks like Nick Nolte now. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, he just looks like he's living in a dumpster. What happened to Brad Pitt? He just gave up.
No, I don't think he has. I think that he's found a look that he likes.
Okay.
It's a little more rugged than perhaps Jonathan would like.
Is that what it is?
And but I'm surprised that he hasn't been on a date in 3 years. That's the thing. Are you intentionally not dating people? I'm
That's
sure
a
he
good
gets
question.
asked out. I mean, these 3 women implied to media reports that they were dating him.
Yeah.
Their PR people put out the photos.
Right.
And made it so they would clearly say yes to a date with Brad Pitt or
Yeah.
many dates with Brad Pitt. But he just, no.
So what if you have to show up with some of those Clorox wipes? Just wipe him down wherever you want to touch him or kiss him. He might enjoy that.
That might be his thing. And finally, we got a story out of, I've not heard this in South Carolina, so please, Jonathan, tell me. Please tell me that we are doing this. That there's a group of hunters in Michigan. And this group of hunters, let me click on this story. Their name is the Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger is the name of their organization. And this week, they presented the Food Bank Council of Michigan food pantries, homeless shelters, a incredible sum of 58,000 pounds of fresh meat.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. I believe that you have to have certain processors to be able to handle that meat for it to be given legally to the homeless shelters. So, and I think that's one of the problems here in South Carolina, if I remember correctly.
I'm not doubting that, but I don't know why. I mean, like they said, we got the donations from the meat processors,
Yeah.
and the deer hunters work together
Yeah.
to make this. So the meat processors can use it as a tax write-off if they'd like, but if they just want to do the right thing and help
Do the
donate,
right thing.
donate food to
Of course.
people. But so this is going to provide 232,000 meals throughout the Detroit area.
That's a great idea. Maybe I need to go back. Maybe we're already doing that. Maybe they changed the law. Maybe I got it misunderstood. Whatever. Maybe you can tell me, but deer hunters, are you doing this? And of course, we do the right thing, Kelly, for a tax deduction.
That's what Jonathan
So
will
if you're doing the right thing, you can brag about it. We can talk about that. Or any of the other things you want to talk about we didn't mention today. You can always reach out to us on social media with ideas about the show, things you want to talk about. And if you want to talk about it, And tomorrow morning at 6:30, if you want to win some Alan Jackson tickets, the number's 978-9267. 978 WCOS. Tomorrow morning on the Morning Rush.